Okay, here we are. We're out for another weekend. We made some more modifications this week. We want to try them out and show you how they work. We did things like hook up a nice little garden hose setup so we can wash out our trough, wash our concentrates out of our sluice, or wash the buckets into there. We also have an SP, I think it's an SP 125, and we got a little high pressure nozzle here, so we use that for cleaning the bedrock. But we're constantly trying to make little changes and try to figure out new configurations of things that are going to do one of the things. Trap finer gold, make it a little easier, a little lighter weight, and a little simpler, and a lot more fun.
And process a lot more material too. That's kind of the game.
Yeah, more material. That's the name of the game.
One important factor that when we're using a high banker like this, and we all love our 12-volt ones, but you can't really run the volume. This thing should be able to handle probably close to half a yard an hour. It's really a high production hopper system.
You know what? The whole idea of this setup right here is that we're using the base of the A52 Super Sluice. Okay, Mark, what are you doing hiding in there?
I'm playing with Teddy in the bushes. No, actually I'm getting ready to fire up our motor. I'll tell you, I really love these little Honda motors, Pat. This is our, I think it's just a little under a 2.5 horsepower engine. It's our P90G pump. And people don't realize that this little teeny 19-pound package that I can pick up with even 2 fingers literally will outperform most of the larger 3 and 4 horsepower engine pumps. See, people don't realize when they go out and buy like a Harbor Freight pump or some of these other low-end pumps, they don't realize that those are semi-trash or trash-type pumps. And the truth is they don't have any head pressure. See, this pump has like 160 foot of head. It'll do close to 100 gallons a minute. So this pretty much outperforms anything of its size and even quite a bit bigger. Okay, so I think we're ready to fire it up.
Let's get to work.
Okay, so one of the many changes we made is we did some alterations to the spray bar system. In the spray bar system, last time we had a couple dead zones. So we've gone ahead and drilled out some PVC bars at a little different angles, and I can see a nice, clean, complete water coverage. So the spray bar is doing a really nice job. Now we're in river-type gravel, so it'll wash it very easily and quickly. But if we were in more of like a caliche or a clay or a very dirt cloddy type material, I would simply take the hopper and I would drop it down to a lower level. By dropping it down, you're going to allow the gravel more time where the high pressure water can spray and disseminate the material. So
I really like also how those grizzly bars are together. They're really close. They're nice and tight. So we're getting more of a classified material into our sluice.
Yep. You can see the difference in material going through the box pad.
Oh, I know.
The ripples are really working nice. Let me run some more material.
You know what they say, the key to recovery is classification.
Yep.
My Mark.
The little shovel's freaking me out.
Well, it's just we're digging in between rocks.
I know. It's working good here. Everything's so ground so hard here, it's very difficult to dig it.
Some people call it a little wimpy, but I can actually move the material pretty quick.
System now?
Definitely seems a lot easier. And you got a hose that you can give the dog a shower or wash out your buckets.
It's nice to know to control your water flow too.
Yeah, well, you know, washing out the buckets or being able to shut off the spray bar and still have pressure to wash out and clean out your sluice, I think is a big plus.
That is nice. I like that. We got to keep that one. I don't like the big T system. We'll have to clean it up a little bit, but performance-wise, thing's kicking ass. Look at that. Now, if you like this too, it's really handy. All right, while we're here, I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of the blaster hose too. It's really important to have one of these, and what it's designed for is if you have a lot of cracks and creps, you want to you want to flow clean. But even with just a small little pump, look at the flow this thing has. That's a lot of water flow. Look at that. That's some juice to it. And if I want more pressure, I can really give it some kick. So,
well, you know, not so much that, but also loosening up the material in between the rocks and kind of breaking that clay layers down and kind of emulsifying everything. I can see how that nozzle is going to have a big help.
This is pretty cool. Look at that. Shit, I'd say that's 3.
That's a good 40, 50 feet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Don't do it. You're gonna,
you want to get wet?
Nail your phone.
All right. You know, we're kids. We like to play. That's fine. That's me.
Drop it, Mark.
I'm just watching the ripples work, Pat.
Oh. Looks like it's working great.
Yep.
I like to see the sluice box a little flatter, though.
Yeah, have the hoppers there a little flatter, so what it does is it'll do a better job of cleaning your rocks. There's a little bit of gold black sand in here, so we'll give this a shot. I kind of don't like to put dry gold into a box if you don't have to, so I'm going to wet it just a little bit.
Exactly.
Get on the organic oil and stuff in there, it's going to make it float off, so we don't want that to happen.
You know, sometimes it's easier to fill the buckets 3/4 full rather than all the way full.
Trust me, my back agrees with that. Weeds and vegetation, no dirt. All right, Pat, so let's go ahead. Let's run a couple more 5-gallon buckets of material, and then we'll do a cleanup.
Sounds good, Mark.
All right. So, I'm going ahead and I'm feathering the power down on the sluice slowly. See, in any kind of a sluice box, you always want to be sure that you feather the power down slowly and feather the power up slowly. Ripples don't like surges or waves of material going through it. If you have a surge, what happens is it can actually pick the gold up and carry it out the box. So
that's right.
Especially when you have like a rubber riffle, they're a little more temperamental to fluctuations in water flow. That's why it's a good idea to have a mix of riffles. Combinations of carpets and miner's moss and rubber riffles really all work really well together. Very forgiving as well. So I'm going to feather down a little more now, Pat, and take a look how it's running.
All right, let's see.
It's so nice to have control, by the way, Pat.
Oh, we should have had a valve on it before.
I don't know why.
Not that. Even the garden hose to wash out the box, I think it's going to really make a difference.
See, now look at this. I can see a nice, it's churning and spinning, but I saw a nice, now the water's down lower, the black sand kind of shifts forward a little bit. But let's see how the rest of the box looks. So this looks like it's working pretty good. That's a nice load of material, and you can see the black sand here that's shifted forward. So you can tell the ripples were sucking it back in. You see a nice load of black sand in the Miracle mat. And I really like this rod system. This is so cool. To remove your rubber flaps, so you can really inspect what the box is doing.
That's slick.
That is slick. And I actually like this. Needs some refinement, but I do like that little bar system there. Needs to have a couple supports and maybe a couple holes drilled, but it's nice to be able to get to the box without having this bar in your way. So I really like that.
Or be able to take out your riffle without it being obstructed.
Yeah. So I think let's go ahead and I guess we'll dissect.
Clean it out?
Yeah, let's dissect the sluice at the front end and see how it works.
Sounds good.
Nice. Nice black sand load. I see a clean running Miracle mat with the standard wire sitting on top. Good combination of this. It'll probably work good with carpet too, but I do like the way that works.
Okay, I noticed you popped out the classifier. Now you got that piece of Miracle Mat up front. You want to take that out and stick it in the bucket, or how do you want to do that?
You know what? Let's clean this sluice box from the back end first and work our way up.
Sounds good.
And now that I got my spray bar, everything's a lot easier. So
you want to allow a little water to go through it while you do that, Mark?
Yeah, that'll help clean out some of the blonde sand.
Sweet. Yeah, we needed that spray nozzle long ago.
I might have a couple little bigger pieces in here because we did wash some stuff. We washed some stuff from the upper sluice to the lower sluice. At the middle of the box.
Okay.
Middle of the riffle board.
You know, it's nice to just blow through it, and then it's nice again to do it systematically, like we're doing, to make sure you get all the material.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is one little piece and a bunch of little flower gold. Pull this piece out here now. This square bucket is kind of handy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You want to go ahead and flush out the rest of it? Since,
yeah. Might as well.
Hey, we use our new nozzle.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see some gravy.
Well, I got to put the mat over. Right here.
Easy. Get a little more of a spray, Mark.
I am, Pat.
I don't want to hydraulic that gold into the next county.
Well, I can see a lot of gold walking out of the indicator mat. Stubborn doesn't want to come out.
Make sure I shake all that gold right down to the bottom of the pen. You know, some people really take their time, spend a lot of time cleaning it out. I kind of like to blow through it. I want to see to the gold so I can spend more time digging than playing with my concentrates. See one piece. What's up, Teddy?
Who wants to help?
This is kind of the middle, upper. Look at that.
Okay.
Good color in there.
Yeah, I see a lot of flower gold.
I think there's probably only about 6 or 7 of those little tiny pieces. Now let's try the other one.
Now this is from the top end.
This is the top Miracle Mat piece.
That's what was underneath the classifier. That was under the expanded metal, right?
Yeah. This was directly underneath the screen in the very head of the box. And this is where we got most of our gold.
Yeah, you can see it.
We did salt it, but I'll tell you one thing. If I found that up on the river,
I'd be pretty excited.
I'd be one happy camper.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll notice here that I've gone ahead and lowered the sluice box down to water level. Remember, the lower you lower your sluice box when you're dredging, the better the performance. I get lots of customers who call me, I have no suction, and my first question is, how high is your sluice box above the water? Oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet? Well, that's too tall. The only reason I can get away with it right now is because I have a badass little motor and pump package system that really performs. I mean, we're probably running close to, let's say, 75 gallons a minute at like 35 PSI. That's a big number that most pumps can't achieve. So anyways, some of the other things I'm doing, we've gone ahead and we're incorporating the original ripple design that we're putting in the A52S. And the whole trick is I've added a couple streams to it. I've got an 1/8 inch woven wire and a 1/4 inch woven wire screen. So I believe he's going to make a big difference. What do you think, Teddy? I agree. So, let's try sucking some material through it and see how it works.
Why don't you show them that new little flap
Okay.
instead of that big metal thing?
Last week we had a metal flap on here, and it actually performed fine, but if you want to clear rocks, it's nice to be able to lift that flap up.
I like that.
So we're going to try it this way and see how it works. And by the way, you know, we're kind of a work in progress on this machine. If any of our customers have some suggestions, we're more than happy to listen to you guys.
Yeah, give us your comments and let us know what you think, so we can try it out the next time out.
Yeah, I mean, every time we come out, we learn so much, it's disgusting. I mean, already Pat and I, we both know we have a lot of things we like and dislike. But that's why you got to keep coming out till you get it right. So, that being said, let me go pump some material, see how it handles it.
All right.
And we're just blowing through this material fast. Now, we're trying something different. I don't like this big bulky ball valve, but what I do like is I have the ability to blast material underwater. And if I have some really stubborn cracks, I can close this ball valve and get even more pressure. Watch this.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Watch the difference.
Not just for blowing it up, but for working clay type material as well.
With this kind of a device, you can use it almost like a dry land dredge. But you got another big advantage. You can really blast the material underwater. And you got to be careful. You don't want to erode material into the river. That wouldn't be legal. So you got to be careful to keep this underwater. You know, breaking any laws in a dredging area. So I'm going to turn it off right now because I'm not disseminating material.
Water's running good. Sluice is real flat.
I'm moving a lot of sand, so I'm real worried about the sluice.
Yeah. You just see that's all out of the sluice. Water's moving nice and slow. Or medium, actually. How's the suction?
Lifting up the soil a little bit.
That's not the shore, that's just our man-made gravel bar.
Man, I just keep the material up. Yeah, now the rivers I got a good load going now, Pat. So I'm gonna go suck some more material. What's interesting, even when I had the blaster on, I still have okay suction. The suction drops by like 25% or something, but it still does a pretty good job even with the blaster nozzle open.
The little rubber paddles are actually working pretty good. We gotta figure out a better way to support it on the back, but that's not a problem. Everything's a work in progress around here. Wow, that's a good flow there, Mark.
Yeah, especially with like a 3-foot drop, that's pretty good.
Yeah, real good.
So,
the paddle, the rubber paddle, actually works pretty good.
Yeah, well, it's just easy to move. You were right.
You can't just suck the gold out of the pan. How could you?
Okay, this will be interesting. I'm in a layer of like black weeds and like disseminating weeds and stuff, which is clay. Last week I couldn't tear into it, so I'm going to close my valve. I'm going to blast that shit loose. Oh shit. Oh my God, Pat. That's a huge difference, man. All right, so we're going to do some testing. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and articulate our legs, Patrick.
Yeah, you can get the bucket underneath there easier.
Yeah, I will, but I'm just going to take this, pull that pin, level it off. That's so easy.
Sweet.
Dude, that is so cool to be able to do that. I love it. Let's see how this looks. Again, this screen needs a little work, but it looks like the load of the material is just about perfect in here.
And this is the same sluice box ripple too that we're using for the dredge.
Yeah, I think the trick is you just got to have the heavy gauge woven wire sitting on top, because what that does is it protects the larger rocks from impacting the way the ripples are working, and it also drops the speed of the water underneath here. Again, you know, the water on top could be moving like, you know, 5-10 feet per second, and the water underneath the screen is moving something like, you know, 3 to 4 feet per second. So it makes a big difference. So that's why I love this material. Yeah, still too much. That's an idle on the engine, by the way. That's as slow as I can get that pump to run.
Jeez.
Isn't that freaking crazy? So, but I can just crack it a little bit now. We have control.
We're here to test equipment, not put out forest fires.
You know, if you get in trouble, that would make a nice little fire nozzle.
It sure would.
Again, love this.
There.
Okay, so I can get that bucket out of my face. I love this spray nozzle.
Any spray nozzle helps.
Cleans a little better.
Okay, we got everything cleaned up. Area looks great.
It's actually cleaner than we got here, Patrick. It's always
Absolutely.
Always a good idea to clean it up.
All right, so you can do some concentrates now.
Yep. You know what's funny about the Miracle Mad? It's sometimes hard to clean.
I know.
Because the gold gets stuck way back in the grooves in here. And the flour gold just piles up in here. So you really got to...
Or the rubber's so soft, the durometer of it, it actually sticks to it. And sometimes even splashing water doesn't get it off very easily. Man, I'm feeling the mosquitoes biting me now.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Patrick.
They're gobbling up my elbows.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's like I'd say the bulk of it's up in the front here. Again, have to get that material in a nice fluid bed so the heavies can sink to the bottom and the lights can creep in the surface, and I'll have that wave wash it in and out. Resettle again.
So we'll work on a system where we can change the screens out to make them adaptable to the A52S.
Yep, and that'll be our best answer.
And the high banker hopper, maybe do some refinements on that. Let's build another one and try some new stuff on it and build a better mousetrap.
We'll have to come back and do a little more testing next time.
Okay.
But I think I know what we have to do, don't you?
I do.
Okay, so let's get out of here.
Let's work it and let's see what kind of comments we get from people and some of their great ideas that they've given us over the years.
Sounds good.
And John, thank you for your help. And Jane,